friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am here to talk to you about organization for a new semester. Whatever you do the first few days of the semester is exactly what you're gonna do throughout the semester, or worse. So set yourself up for success. So we're gonna use 4 different applications for this entire video. We're gonna use Google Drive, Google Sheets, iCalendar or Google Calendar, whatever works for you, and Asana, which I'm really excited to talk about Asana. Let's go into the video. First, we're going to focus on Google Drive, and this is where I basically store all of my documents. It's really smart for you to save documents that you have, like every document. Professors are human. They make mistakes, they accidentally store something, and they put the wrong grade in. It's really important that you have the document saved so that if that instance did happen, you could be like, hey look, I actually got an A, dummy. The second reason is because sometimes you use a lot of articles or a lot of assignments from previous classes in future classes. Some of the lessons may come up again in the future, and I could just like remember, oh, I definitely took notes on that. I might as well look into it and see if anything from that course will help me in this course. This is my Google Drive that is in my school email. So not only do I do it by year, but I also do it by semester. So as you can see here, fall 2020, and then all of my classes that I took, and I had to reorganize this and put it in like obviously the correct folder. But this is for spring 2021. So we're just gonna open up spring 2021. You guys can see that obviously I don't have anything in here right now. So I'm just gonna really quickly pull up my schedule, and I'm just gonna make folders for each course that I have. Okay, so as you can see here, I already put in all of the different folders, and obviously I don't have anything right now because my school doesn't start until like February 15th, and although these are mostly remote classes, they haven't released the syllabus yet. That's probably gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna put in there, the syllabus. Obviously you could even go even deeper into this and do like a section for assignments, a section for exams, a section for essays. You could honestly break it up however you would like, but I highly recommend that you keep everything in one place. The second thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is Google Sheets, and it's basically to track the courses that you have taken. This is specifically important for people who have like distribution requirements. Even if you don't have distribution requirements at your school, it's still important that you keep a course tracker to know that you're on track to graduate. And also everyone takes majors or a concentration at least, so it's important to track what courses you're taking towards that major so that you could graduate on time and you could graduate with the courses necessary to graduate. So we're gonna actually go back to Google Drive, and I stored this in this folder right here called College Planning, and I basically just called it College Courses. Pretty simple. I organized everything based on the general requirements, then the completed distribution requirements, the completed anthropology requirements, and the completed political science requirements. And I just put the requirement title, I guess, on the left-hand column, and in the middle, how many units is needed for that specific requirement, and then a little checkbox right here to know if I completed it or not. And for this one, I also included the professor's name, which I think is really important in case in the future you want a letter of recommendation or something for graduate school or for a job or something. You could say, hey, I did really well in this class, this professor really liked me, and then you could like know exactly what professor it was. It would also be smart to maybe include their email just in case a really quick way to reach out to them. And then I also put what semester I took just to refresh my memory, and then how many units it was. so up next is Asana, which I'm really excited to talk about just because I realized a lot of people don't use Asana, which is mind-blowing because I personally love using Asana. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use Asana for your school organization, and guess what? It is free! Okay, so first things first, you obviously have to log into Asana or you have to create an account. It gives you a little tutorial as you go. I think I'm just gonna skip all of these just because I want to show you guys how to actually use the program. We're just gonna hit over here, continue with our limited version. We don't need that premium. I don't need that premium. This is what you see when you first get in here. I'm going to delete these sections because we're gonna basically redo everything. These are the different sections that I'm thinking about doing. I'm probably gonna do something like class notes and how to access them. I'm probably gonna do like assignments and then readings if we have any. I don't know if I would have any for CS. Let me see, maybe some reference materials. If you want to add like a little task, you could say, I don't know, notes for, I don't know, 111. Or whatever your task is for the course, you would obviously put it down there. I don't have my syllabus, so this is a little harder to explain how I would do it. You could put in a due date. So for example, let's say that the due date is for the 15th. You could add even a priority, so it's super important. Let me just put that. So this is super helpful, as you can see, and I really like whenever you check it off, it like has a little unicorn and this is adorable. I just love this program so much. And what's really cool about it too is that, okay, let's say that this is due the 15th. There's different ways that you could actually see the same information. So you could see it in a board and you could visually see it this way. Or for instance, you could see it on a calendar, which is a lot easier, again, if you're a visual person and you need to see, oh shoot, that assignment is due like really soon. To add multiple different classes, you would just create a new project over here. So, I don't know, let's see, new project, blank project, and then you would put in the class name, AMP 101, let's just say. If you want to put a favorite on it, you could add it to your favorites list, and then up here, it'll automatically show you your favorites. You could add a description for the project name itself. So you could even include like the professor's email. You could include like the class website. And you could even copy the project link and you could include this on your calendar, which we'll talk about in a little bit. If you don't want to have to put everything on your calendar, like word by word, then you could literally go over here and you could export it and sync to your calendar. And this works both on Google Calendar and your iCalendar, Outlook, or some other different kind of calendar by literally just clicking this link, and it'll automatically sync your Asana to your calendar, which saves up a lot of time. You could also add the Google Chrome extension of Asana to your Google Chrome. If you are researching for a paper, you could literally save the URL into your Asana so that you can remind yourself to go back to that website, which is so cool because I constantly forget to like cite things after I've read them, or I forget to save them, and I have to research for that one article or a piece of paper. Another really cool thing about Asana is that they actually have an app on your phone, which I find really helpful, especially when you're on the go. Basically is the computer version but on your phone, and I just love Asana. Highly recommend that you play around more. I basically just showed you guys the highlights, but again, definitely recommend you guys check it out. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is the actual calendar. I personally use the Apple Calendar. On a really hectic month, this is what my calendar would look like. If we just go on like a week, let's just pick a random week. If we just go to this week, you will just see how crazy a college schedule can be. So there's literally everything that is important saved onto my calendar. If you guys can see here, I have different calendars for each of my classes. So I take 4 classes a semester, so they all have a different color. This is my geos class, my geology class. It was in the Greylot modular classroom, so I added that to the location. And then you could actually say what day it is, what time, and you can repeat it every single week or however often your class meets, and you could end the repeat at a specific day. This is super helpful, that way you don't have to copy and paste every single time, so highly recommend that you do that. I also add what the actual name of the class is and who the professor is. And I usually also add what their email is. If they have a website for a class, I will usually add it here, but I'm gonna start using Asana and basically just link this to my Asana so that I can keep track of everything there. I usually like to have my calendar for like bigger projects and like bigger assignments rather than everyday to-do list tasks. My calendar is mostly like for really big assignments, really big papers, really big exams, obviously the classes, any clubs, basically things that have like a specific time limit or time constraint. I would definitely add to my calendar. So that is basically it for this video. It was a lot of information to absorb at once, and I really hope that I can be as clear as possible as I'm explaining all of these different applications to you and how to use them. If not, please leave a comment down below because I definitely do answer everyone's questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more college videos or organization videos. If you guys want a video that's more specific to how I plan like day by day, like on the daily, please leave a comment down below because I would definitely be interested in doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day. Bye!